Welcome to the laws video. Today we're going to talk about two different kinds of laws, the law of detachment and the law of syllogism. Both of these deal with conditional statements. First we're going to talk about the law of detachment. This is what the law of detachment says symbolically. It looks like this. So first we're going to start with a conditional statement, if A then B. We're going to assume that that's a true statement. The next thing we have is the assumption that the hypothesis is also true. So we have a true conditional and a true hypothesis. So we can make a conclusion based on that information. And our conclusion is, well, if A happened, then B is going to happen. So our conclusion would be, B must be true. And it's going to be a little bit more clear with an example, so let me give you one of those. Let's take the conditional statement, if you sneeze, then your eyes will close. It's true, you can't sneeze with your eyes open. Okay, so that's our conditional statement. And then you sneeze. So our conclusion is, your eyes closed. Because you sneezed, you did what the conditional said. You fulfilled the hypothesis, so the conclusion must be true too. I also want to show you a non-example. In this case, we're going to start with the same conditional, if you sneeze, then your eyes will close. This time I'm going to tell you that the conclusion is true, your eyes closed. We can't make any conclusion about that though, because there are a lot of reasons that your eyes could have closed. You could be asleep, you could be dead, maybe you just felt like closing your eyes, but it doesn't mean that you sneezed necessarily. The next law that we're going to talk about is the law of syllogism. The law of syllogism looks like this, symbolically, and it says we have a series of conditional statements. So if A, then B is true. If B, then C is true. So we don't need to have B in there. We can combine those two statements into one. If A, then C. An example will make that a little bit more clear. So let's look at that. If you have money, then you buy candy. If you buy candy, then you eat candy. If you eat candy, then you get cavities. If you get cavities, then you go to the dentist. So we can shorten that to, if you have money, then you're going to go to the dentist. Obviously that's not true because each one of those conditionals wasn't true. Another mathematical example could look like this. If 2 plus x equals 3, then x equals 1. If x equals 1, then x is an odd number. So we could just say, if 2 plus x equals 3, then x is an odd number. We're sort of cutting out that middle piece and just going from right from the beginning to the end. That is it for this video.
He's okay. My finger's okay too.